Barack Obama himself. In fact, a new poll done for CBC News suggests people in this country are very keen on Barack Obama, but they do have some areas that concern them. Margot McDermott joins us now from Ottawa with more on the numbers. So, Margot, we know that Canadians think pretty highly of the next U.S. president. What do the poll numbers tell us?
Well, Nancy, the CBC ECOS poll talked to 1,000 people last week, and it shows a really healthy dose of Obamania right here in Canada. 81% approve of how he's been doing his job so far, and that is unheard of in the polling world. That level of support is very, very unusual globally. 70% think his charismatic style and his inspirational style are very, very important to his success as a president. And Canadians are pretty envious of all that excitement south of the border. 47% think our leaders in Canada pale in comparison to what's happening in the U.S. Now, that's something that Frank Graves from ECOS found very interesting. Here's what he said a little while ago.
The poll suggests that the comparative light that Canadian politics, including Mr. Harper, have been cast on by this enthusiasm and charisma down south hasn't left us looking all that favorable. There is, I mentioned earlier, a sense of Obama envy, but there, in the comparative assessments of our government with the new government to the south, both in terms of charisma and substance, there's a real sense that there's some disappointment about what we see up here.
Interesting, and certainly you do hear Obama envy as a phrase, certainly as people watch with so much interest as to what's unfolding in Washington. But interesting, there are some concerns attached to the changing political landscape as well. What are people saying about that?
Well, Nancy, people really like Obama, but they're realistic about how Canada and the U.S. are going to get along. And some of the issues that they're wary of and thinking about, in particular the economy, they're worried that Obama's deficit spending will actually trickle up to Canada. 71% are worried that that will affect our economy in some way. And about a third of those polled, about 37%, are concerned that Obama might try to renegotiate trade agreements, including NAFTA, and that would affect our economy as well. But the big one is Afghanistan. 55% polled say they are worried that Obama may try to get Canada to stay in Afghanistan past 2011, and they would not support that. So Canadians like Obama, but they're realistic that we're not going to agree on everything. But they think that overall that the Obama administration will be good for Canada in the long run, and that the Canadian government should work hard to work together with the new administration.
Yeah, very interesting, and certainly we'll watch in the days and weeks ahead to see whether a new relationship emerges. Margot, thanks very much for this. Margot McDermott reporting in Ottawa.